obviously are really proud of the fact that we are incredibly disruptive. And that's an unusual thing to say when you are a head teacher. And there are some confused faces from our young people. So being disruptive is actually a good thing. The reason being is that it's about recognising where there's something wrong. So think about education. All of the metrics come here. Actually, that's disruptive. So in the education sector, the fact that young people from the quite disruptive. And what that means is that many of you who've been with us since year 10 made a really unusual choice. It was for something that was different. And actually what we do here is make sure that you have the ability to innovate. That's what today is about. What does that word mean? Let's have a little think about it. It actually means all of those skills that you use in engineering or in science or computer science equip you to see something different, something unique that actually will allow you to be hugely successful in the future. So if you think about our remit, which is the next generation of scientists, engineers and innovators, actually we do a lot about the science and the engineers. This is all about innovation. And we were delighted when Innovate UK could host this event. We've got this fabulous new platform aimed at you people. So for the young people that are with us this morning, actually this platform is all about you. So we were absolutely delighted when we were asked to host, because this is a huge part of what we do. We know that you will go off into the future and design some sort of amazing company that solves the world's problems, because that's what we're trying to educate you to do. So we're delighted to have been asked to host. I'm going to hand over to Lisa, who's going to start off the event this morning and really kind of talk to you about that kind of huge future that we see for you.
Thank you, Hannah, and thank you for that brilliant introduction and for welcoming us to UTC Leeds today. And it's great to be here in West Yorkshire as well. I want to start by welcoming all of you today. I know you and our audience, you're right in the middle of your mocks. You've been doing your exams. Some of you will be doing A-level exams very soon, and you'll also be focusing on what the opportunities are that you need to look at next in terms of your career. So good luck with all of that. We all wish you well. Welcome also to our partners who are on the live stream today, and also others that have joined us from across the UK. My name is Lisa Hazelden. I am the Chief Product Officer for Innovate UK, the UK's innovation agency. At Innovate UK, we are committed to our role in helping to build the talent and skills pipeline to support innovative businesses across the UK. One of the most difficult things to do when you're trying to build a pipeline like this is to connect the people who are looking for these opportunities with the vast and diverse array of companies and organisations that have these opportunities in the innovation ecosystem. So it is my very great pleasure today to launch for Innovate UK to launch its newest digital application, which we have called No Limits. No Limits brings together over 150 different partner organisations from across the innovation ecosystem into the one place. It allows you to not only discover, but explore and to connect with opportunities within the innovation ecosystem. And the reason that we called this No Limits is because we at Innovate UK fundamentally believe that it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or what your backstory is, we can help connect you to these opportunities. Then there's no limits to what you can achieve in innovation. So I'd like to show you a short video now about what some of our users say.
when starting a business, you basically need to learn everything.
It's quite daunting.
Before the apprenticeship, I was a bit stuck.
At first, I was dubious about doing it. Didn't really know what it entailed.
One of the real difficulties when starting a company is finding all of the individual communities out there, and you don't know where to look for answers. It's almost a trial by fire. There should be no limits to access for innovation. No limits to innovation. There are many classes, organisations and groups across the UK running schemes and programmes that enable access to talented people. So we create a digital platform to pull these systems together, to pull them together in a way that enables broader and broader access. We've called this digital platform No Limits.
If No Limit was available when I was starting out my journey, it would have allowed me to see all the options that are out there too.
It would have coordinated all the various things that I had to find individually and brought them all into one platform.
I really think the No Limits platform will really enable early stage founders to gain that network and support early on in their journeys so they can build confidence.
Use the platform to find what you want to do and then make a choice from there. Just take
If people tell that 2 years ago, people probably say that a lot of time.
I feel like the No Limits platform would help me in the future.
No Limits is a new platform from Innovate UK designed to bring access to talent, skills, and opportunities to everyone aspiring to join the UK's great history of innovation. There are inspiring stories by innovators from all backgrounds and experiences who have broken through, like Danny. And then you can click through the stuff to see what skills you need to get involved. Then you can find out about or mentoring, or just some support that helps you get there. These opportunities come from Innovate UK's partners, from local organisations to some of the biggest businesses in the world, and No Limits exists to help you find them. Because there is so much on No Limits, you can filter by what you're looking for. Whether you're seeking work experience or actively pursuing a career in a particular area of innovation. And what's really helpful is that you can build a profile where you can get personalised recommendations and save opportunities for later. Put your name and email in, click on what you're looking for, and get your own personal homepage. The platform updates all the time. You never miss something relevant to you. You can even follow all updates from partners that are most relevant to you. The No Limits platform pulls together everything in one place, and it's updated all the time, so there will always be new opportunities to explore. There is help out there for everyone to be an innovator.
So I hope that it further inspires you to get involved with the app. So I'd like to now hand over to a fellow traveller in this space, the Mayor of West Yorkshire, Tracy Braven.
Hey folks, good to see you. I'm so glad there was that step through because it's good to know exactly it is a fantastic idea and a platform bringing so many ideas and opportunities together. So firstly, I'm delighted to be back here at UTC and thanks to the teachers for inviting me back. And every time I'm here, it always feels like there's something really exciting going on. And loads of opportunities come down the pipeline for talented youngsters like yourself. And that's what innovation is all about, isn't it? To start making that difference. And whether that's tackling the climate emergency, changing how we manufacture things, or using cutting edge technology to improve our healthcare, all of these things need us to come up with new ways of solving the challenges that we face. Now, just let's do a bit of a straw poll. Hands up in this room. Who's had an idea? Right. So those people have not an idea. What are you doing here? I mean, come on, we've all had an idea. And it might be a big idea that nobody's thought of. It might be a better way of doing something that we do every day. Whatever it is, having an idea makes you an innovator. For too many people, they find, though, that it's really difficult to take their idea off the drawing board and into the real world. They might not know the right people. They might not have the right equipment. They might not have the time, money, opportunity. And all of these things put barriers between great ideas and a great reality. And my job, your mayor, is to change that, is to make sure that your brilliant ideas can become a reality, because our region has always had brilliant talent and innovators. Anybody like Quality Street? Hands up. Anybody like Quality Street? Well, if you didn't know, Quality Street was born right here in West Yorkshire, in Halifax, in 1890. Violet McIntosh created a new toffee that would stay fresh all week, giving workers an inexpensive treat. And her inventions solved the problem and then grew and grew. We're also here, the birthplace of film, with the first ever moving image captured in Leeds in 1988. A game changer that propelled West Yorkshire to be at the centre of the creative industries. And very proudly, in 2020, an amazing young woman, Ava Garside, who was only 14, invented a brooch that measures evolution, inspired by her ambition for young people to be able to choose a walking route to school. She's the CEO of business, and now she's 16. It is possible, guys, for anybody in the age, anywhere. And she grew up in North Leeds. So I've always been incredibly proud to support the life-changing innovation of people in West Yorkshire. I launched the first ever Mayor's Innovation Prize last year. Over 50 young people, aged 16 to 26, took part, and their ideas were absolutely mind-blowing. From rewilding to flood prevention, turning rainwater into energy, reusable cups, straws, from a programme and educators around household waste to tackling childhood obesity. They all completely exceeded my high expectations. So I'm really to say, and you've heard it here first, the Mayor's Innovation Challenge will be returning bigger and better this year. And I really hope to see entries from as many of you as possible. You've all had your hands up. So I expect all of you to come to the Innovation Prize with your great idea. It's critical we make sure that more people, whatever their background, have the space, have access, and opportunity to develop their ideas, to unleash their potential. And it's the same thinking that's led Innovate UK to create the No Limits platform. A one-stop shop, as you've seen, brings innovation to support people and where to get it. By supporting these incredible innovators that we have here in West Yorkshire, we can unlock the potential of the whole region and create change we all want to see. We give our businesses access to an innovative workforce, a pipeline of people with fresh ideas and different perspectives, in turn bringing new ideas to the workplace that boost productivity, that grows our economy and makes us hugely competitive on the global stage. Innovation is for everybody, and there are genuinely no limits to what you can achieve with the right support. We want West Yorkshire to be happy, to be prosperous, well-connected, sustainable, and a safe place, creating better quality of life for all residents. A brighter West Yorkshire that works for everyone. Now, we can only do this, people with a spark, with an idea and an ambition, people like all of you here today get involved and get innovating. So please, if you do one thing today, get on the platform, see how you could take your idea, your garage or from your kitchen table out into the whole world. And now, if I may, I'd like to introduce Yuande onto the stage for further comments. Thank you, Yuande.
Thank you very much. I'm absolutely buzzing because I'm just so excited to see what platform is going to do for you and for millions of young people around the world. I'm Yoandi Akiola. I'm an innovator, an engineer, and I was that kid, literally that kid in my mom's front room. My mom's an artist, so she always had, staff in the living room. I was that kid who would, spend hours on end building models of buildings. I'd work through the night, and my mom would come, back down to the living room in the morning, and I would go, "Mom, there is a model here of a house that we could be living in." I was so ungrateful, so ungrateful. But the paper in my mom's living room was I guess, my escape, my opportunity to imagine what is possible. I thought I was going to study art. That was my thing for a very long time. Lots of people, when uncles and aunties come to your house, they go, what do you want to study? My very African friend was either an engineer or a doctor or, an accountant. Then I always wanted to be a marketer. I remember before I started to think about university, my mom came into my room and she said, why don't you consider engineering? I didn't get it. Now I do. What she pretty much was trying to say was, if you have that creative spark, if you want to make things like most of you here, if you want to imagine what is possible, creativity sits right at the heart of innovation. Since then, I've been on this incredible journey all over the world. I've designed buildings like this, so I got really excited when I came in here. I was like, oh, I can see some ductwork, some pipes. I can see some of your CNC machines. Absolutely amazing. I've worked on, 100-story buildings. I've designed hotels, water parks, commercial, you name it. Now, the exciting thing about the platform, it is creating opportunity. This country, unfortunately, suffers from a nearly £1.5 billion in unrealized economic, prosperity. And that's because we have skills, to be the experts in net zero products, and we're getting it. But what it needs is for all the barriers that used to be there in terms of connecting yourselves with industry, for all those barriers to start to break away, for it to completely disappear. And what No Limits is going to do, and that's why I'm saying, is that it's going to give you the visibility that you need, the opportunity to go, actually, what are the organizations out there? In my role as an engineer, the fact that I've got innovation as a recurring theme means I can also be involved in education. I sit on the board of big universities, so I spend a lot of time with people like you talking about apprenticeship schemes. And the thing that is common is that skills that I to build, and design and build a building like this are the same skills that you need to develop and build a health tech company, for example, or a construction tech company. It's the maths, the physics, it's the creativity, it's tinkering, it's getting ideas, it's working with business people and saying, hey, I need some money. How do I back my idea up with some investment? All those different skills, core skills, soft skills, which are actually core skills, will be instrumental to really giving you these full, wonderful careers, hopefully, in innovation. Story I love to share. Last year, I spent some time in a college like yours, speaking to some of the young people there. And somebody came up to me and said, I really want to figure out, what type of job I need to be looking at. I'm looking for jobs. Do I go to an energy company, a sustainable energy company? That's my bag. I've designed sustainable systems, on buildings, so water supply, energy, solar. What? How about we do a Zoom call in a few days? So I arranged with him to do a Zoom call. It had to be after 9 o'clock because that's the kids are out of the way. And logged into the Zoom call, and he rocked up to this Zoom call at 9 p.m. with a tie on, right? That for me is meant to the incredible approach that young people like yourself in this country have. And I just really honestly feel that with that ambition, with the hard work, you are going to help us create an economy that's booming, that's innovative, and that can stand in the global market really with something to offer. I'm so glad about this. Please use it. I'm thankful to everyone who's worked on it. My work as an innovator has come a little bit deeper as well, because I can spot and see what the talent is. And I can see how the different areas. So we've got like agricultural tech, we've got construction tech, we've got education tech. I can see how you're studying here.
Medicine space. So I ended up doing a biomedical engineering degree. And if I'm being completely honest with you, my heart wasn't into it. I didn't really find the research and academia the thing for me. But while I was at university, I managed to take opportunities that were available for me. So one of these was a sort of social enterprise, and I spent a lot of my time volunteering and doing some work on the side of my university work, and I just really found that it was something that really spoke to me, and I really enjoyed doing that kind of thing. One of our projects was like helping the sort of survivors of human trafficking employability skills, and my team was to help fund the project by selling some bracelets and some cosmetic products. And I just found that to be much more fulfilling, and I really felt like I wanted to do something more once I graduated. One of the things that held me back also at university was my small thing. So how many people in the room would say that they're quite addicted to technology? Could I just Okay, so quite a few people. Yeah. So when I graduated, I really got into tech and startups. So really sort of tried to immerse myself in the sector and understand like product design. What I found was that a lot of consumer-facing products are designed to be to keep you hooked and make money by staying on on their website, on their platforms. And so it really dawned on me like, okay, can we use these sort of like forces, these ecological principles, to keep us more engaged with our goals, and instead of spending all of our time, down YouTube or TikTok rabbit holes, can we actually spend time, focus on our sort of development, and make progress and traction with areas. And so that was the sort of key insight for me for our innovation. We're building a sort of like mindfulness game that encourages people like yourselves to avoid those tech distractions and make a lot more progress with your careers, with your key academic goals. And yeah, that's my to try and and we built a sort of MVP, what you learn, like an initial product, and it's on the sort of test flight store. So we're still like testing the product, and we're still like improving it. So we're on our journey, and hopefully in the next few years we'll be able to take that onto the App Store and help young people like yourselves really make progress with their goals. So that's a little bit from me, and yeah, I wanted to hand over to Indro, the CEO of Innovate UK. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, and good morning, everybody, and good morning to everybody also on the live stream. It's really great to be back in Leeds. We have a very strong partnership with with Mayor Raven and the West Yorkshire colleagues, and we do the whole UK for all of the English regions and devolved nations, where we really believe very passionately in the UK that the importance of innovation is through people in places. So it's very important to start that. Very pleased to be here in particular because it's great to speak to tomorrow's future innovators and tomorrow's future leaders in innovation. Innovate UK supports the innovation of thousands of businesses across the UK, and we do that from concept through to ambition, to startup, to scale and beyond. So we are at the beating heart of innovation across all areas, all sectors, everything from life sciences to artificial intelligence, to semiconductors, to manufacturing, anything in between. And we do this across the whole of the UK. So we have a fairly good insight into the heartbeat that's going on in innovation, in business, in the UK. One of the biggest challenges and one of the biggest opportunities is access to skills and talent. The most important thing for any business is to have the right skills and talent to be connected. And so access to that skills and talent is really, really an important premium. There are so many different programs run by many brilliant organizations in the UK. Businesses, regional organizations, not-for-profit organizations, charities, which link together skills and talent and opportunity. No Limits pulls together all of these activities into one platform and allows it to be searchable, allows it to be discoverable, allows it to be discoverable in the way that an innovator would want. We focused this morning in many ways here on the early career stage of innovation. Of course, the innovators we need for tomorrow, the innovators we need for our businesses, the innovators we need for our success in the UK, come from all kinds of areas. There is no limit to the potential for innovation. And whether you're at the early stage of your career or a late stage of career or any other aspect, this is a very important part and a very important part of access and opportunity. So with the fantastic partners that we've worked with, we've built this platform, all thanks to our team, all thanks to the work that they've done, but also great thanks to our partners. To many of the partners here who are on the live stream, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing access to your platforms. Thank you for allowing No Limits to become something that we expand. We have very strong ambitions in Innovate UK. We want to expand our network of partners. We want more and more partners to be discoverable through the No Limits platform. So we're working with many prospective partners right now. And we would invite other partners, businesses, organizations which can give access. Follow through on the email address. Please follow through on the links and please follow through to become an Innovate UK partner for the No Limits platform. This means that your platform becomes discovered and we can make No Limits an even bigger thing that successfully drives greater and greater innovation in the UK. By doing this, we strongly believe in creating a strong platform for the economic prospects of our nation, also productivity, also many other factors that are relevant in terms of driving an innovation economy. You know, when we look from our point of view at all the business areas that we've supported, there are so many exciting developments. You know, there are some new technologies that are there and are becoming big markets that weren't even invented a few years ago. And so we put a lot of effort into predicting, foresighting skills needs. Many of you here in Leeds UTC will become part of the innovation economy and will have an opportunity to join and to have careers ahead in this innovation economy, working with businesses, working for businesses, but also starting up your own businesses. There has never been a greater time to start up a business. There are so many things that the world needs in terms of how we become a safer society, a happier society, a healthier society, a more productive society, a more connected society. All this happens through innovation. So as you heard from Adam, and as you can see from when you look at our No Limits platform, there are many areas of opportunity to get going, to take entrepreneurial ideas and to start up a business, or to join a business where something exciting is happening. Here in West Yorkshire, there are many businesses, as we have also up and down the country. So therefore, we really want to offer this platform as access to the skills and talent needs for those areas. I am an ex-business leader. I have run the innovation journey. I've led the innovation journey in businesses with thousands, businesses with hundreds, but also businesses with tens of people. I've seen the differences in those areas. I've seen the highs, but also occasionally the lows of that journey. And the opportunities and the satisfaction of a career in innovation, a career in engineering, a career in science-based areas, a career in technology, or anything related is very exciting. It's a very fruitful way to have a career. It's a very great way to have fulfillment, and it's a very great way to make a contribution. And so I really encourage that we really have strong access and strong trial as we develop our platform, because the more we can develop it, the better it will be. Innovation is about our economy. Innovation is about our productivity. But perhaps more importantly, innovation is about hope. It's about emotion. It's about creativity. And it's about all of you and all of the people on the live stream. And I look forward to No Limits being of help to all of your innovation journeys as we go forward. So thank you very much indeed for joining. Thank you all for being part of our movement. And I'd like to now hand back to Lisa, please.
Thank you very much, Indro, and thank you again to all of our speakers today, and to very much so to our partners who have helped us to make this a reality today. We're grateful to all of you, making such a huge success. And can I just reiterate the message that Indro gave before? Please connect with the platform, connect to the website. The QR code is there now. I just have to turn around and make sure it's on screen when I do that. So there it is. And if you are a partner or a prospective partners, please do get in touch. We would love to find out more about how we can work with you to further develop the platform. But just a call to action to all of you. You know, this is a real thing that will help you decide what you want to do moving forward. And it will help anyone that is interested in getting into the innovation space to really navigate the ecosystem and make the most of the opportunities that are available. So thank you all very much today. And again, I wish you all very well with the exams that are coming up and your futures.